and centre Milton Keynes singing along, and I looked to my right and the lady that I next to me belting out the same tune.
Good morning, everybody. It is Monday today and I'm not at work because it's half term. Whoop, 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 whoop. So I briefly mentioned yesterday, but the plan for today is that I have to go to Horsham Hospital for some tests. So yesterday I told you that I was having 2 CCAT scans and a blood test. Well, upon actually reading my forms back, it turns out I'm having 2 blood tests. So you're coming with me to the hospital today. We're going to hang out in Horsham for the day. Annoyingly, with the CCAT scan, you have to have one, and then you have one like 3 or 4 hours later. And that's not enough time for me to come home and go back. So I'm just going to hang out in Horsham for the day. I've been there a couple of times before, but I don't really know it very well. So we'll just go hang out there, see what it's like. And then I have to have these 2 blood tests, which they are testing me for celiac disease, AB level, which is a blood test, and thyroid function, which is another blood test. I don't exactly know what that is for, but the point of the CCAT scans is that they are testing me for something called bile acid diarrhea. Pretty excited. I actually have about an hour before I have to leave the house, and I have been watching on Netflix something called Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You may have heard of it. My sister has watched this for a while, and she said to me one day, "Oh my god, you are so like this character Gina in Brooklyn Nine-Nine." So I was like, oh well, I need to know who Gina is. So I've started watching it, and Gina is my favourite character, and I am chuffed that Louise thinks that I'm like her. It's time to go. I've got about an hour until my appointment. Good, right, sat nav. Where's my phone? I feel like I'm rushing. I had all the time in the world and now I've left it a bit tight. Classic me. Oh my god, so I thought I was going to Horsham Hospital. Turns out I'm going to East Surrey Hospital in Redhill. I don't know how long it takes to get there. Ah! Maybe it's the same hospital, am I just confused? East Surrey Hospital, Redhill. Oh. Damn it. Right. Okay, let's go. I have made it to the hospital with 21 minutes to spare. Go me. Don't know where I'm going, but we'll just work it out when we get there. I feel very unprepared. I hope I wasn't supposed to like fast or anything for today because I haven't. I've got to go to the nuclear medicine department. That sounds fun. I'm just in the waiting room. There's a fish tank. Love a fish tank. I've got a copy of Hello here, the one from December 2017. Good to be up to date. This is going to be a long day. So I went in, signed in, the lady came and called me through, was like, "Have you been fasting?" I was like, "No." She was like, "You were meant to." So I was like, "Oh, how long for?" She was like, 4 hours. So I was like, "Well, I only had breakfast this morning, I haven't eaten since," and that was at 9. So she was like, "Oh, okay, thank God, that's fine." She gave me the capsule to swallow. I was literally in there for about 4 minutes and she was like, "Cool, see you in 3 hours, that's it." So I was like, "Oh, right, okay." And I'm not allowed to eat or drink during this time now for the next 3 hours. So I was like, "Oh, what am I going to do?" She was like, "You can go and buy a magazine, hang out in the waiting area." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll do that." Went to WH Smith, ended up with a colouring book. Then they didn't sell colouring pencils. So I was like, you know what? I'll just drive to the nearest supermarket. I'll go hang out there for a bit with a colouring book maybe, or something else to do. Decided to pay my parking, £3. I was in there for about 4 minutes. £3. And I've got to pay that again when I come back later. Ugh. Oh yeah, I was supposed to go for a blood test. I'll go and have it before I come in for the second time. But now I've got to find out where the nearest supermarket is. I feel stressed. Stressed, and I don't know where I am. Oh my god, is this not the biggest Sainsbury's you've seen in your life? And I'm not allowed to eat any of it. That is the worst. Oh my god. Been into Sainsbury's. I got myself a colouring book, some felt tips, and I'm going to sit in this Sainsbury's car park in my car colouring in for 2 hours. And if I go over my time, because I think I only get an hour free here, I'm going to move to the McDonald's car park and sit there for another hour colouring in. It's very glamorous. Oh, this woman's staring at me. That's funny. Let's see if she's still looking at me. Yep. Oh, okay. I've started on this Frankenstein number. They're all Halloween designs. Might introduce some blue. This is how we're doing at the Mo. Frankenstein is coming to life. Yes. Why didn't I bring a book? I think what I'm gonna do is head back to the hospital, see if I can go and have my blood test, because there might be a wait for that and I don't want to be late for my scan if I go for my blood test. Let's go back to the hospital. This has been a really boring day. I wasn't prepared for it. Got my blood test done. I'm back in the waiting room for my scan now, and this is gonna sound very strange, but the smell of this tape is really nice. I don't know why. It just smells so good. All done. That was so boring. It literally took 5 minutes. You just go in and lay on this like bed thing, and then they put you through a scanner, and then they say, okay, see you next week. So I've got to go back a week today for the same again. Someone's ringing me. Oh, hello. I wasn't going to vlog the fact that I just got a McDonald's, because this whole problem with my stomach is probably because I have such a bad diet anyway, but this is real life, and if they are about to tell me that I'm celiac, I'm going to eat all my favourite foods before then. I have been home for a few hours now, just hanging out in my room, but it is nearly dinner time, and I'm gonna make a pasta bake. Basically, a couple of days ago, I forgot that it was half term this week, so I bought a load of ingredients ready to make a big pasta bake that I could take into work and have for lunch each day. And yesterday I was like, oh, not working, but I've got the ingredients, so I'll just make it anyway, shall I? Also, I think for Halloween, I'm gonna try and make this thing, which is on the front of the Tesco's magazine. A spooky, well, salted caramel tart. Oh, looks nice. Before and after. Yum. It is 11:30, which means that it is time for bed. Thank you for watching this vlog. Sorry if it was a bit... Vlog? Sorry if it was a bit boring. I feel like this is the calm before the Barcelona storm. Let's think of it like that. Tomorrow is going to be a day of running errands and packing and getting euros and making sure I've got my passport and my bum bag. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Peace out.